What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And as you guys can see, I've got my long sleeves on. It's a beautiful day outside. It was a little cold in the morning, but today we're going to be working on the Mach 1 and giving it its final touches. But first we need to go ahead and wash the car and then go ahead and add the Mach 1 hood and fender stripe, along with a little surprise at the end. Okay guys, so for those of you that are just joining this channel, this is my Mach 1 Mustang. It's an 03 5-speed manual, and I've had it for about a couple months and I've gone through a complete transformation from when I originally bought this car. I have a few videos from new wheels, changing up the rear wing area, to the full paint correction, new headlights, and all of that, guys. But today, one thing that I need to put back onto this pretty much original all stock Mach 1 is the side stripes and the original hood stripe down the middle in the matte black. So before we can do that, of course, the car needs to be completely clean, and I haven't washed this thing in about 3 weeks, and you guys can see it still looks really nice, but up close you can see it's a little dirty. But the ceramic coating and the paint correction makes this car look completely, pretty much clean and very nice when you see it, even when it's dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to washing it. I've already kind of shown you guys how easy it is to wash with ceramic coating, so I'm not gonna bore you guys to that, and maybe do a little time lapse. But then after that, we'll get right to it and do the side stripe and the hood install and see just how that changes the look of this car. And then after we do all that, at the very end, I did buy these badges here in a gloss black. So I'm gonna probably try and put those on and see how that looks, if it kind of blends together nicely or not, but we'll leave that to the very end. All right guys, check it out. I just went through and wiped down the whole car front to back. I did it with just 2 dips of this hand in the soap bucket first. Did completely one half, then rinsed it out with the rinse water, then went back again for the second one, and look at how much actual dirt is even on the car after you just do a power wash on it. And again, this car has not been washed in about 3 weeks, and it's been raining. We've had grime and dirt, and it just sits outside here. I don't put it inside the garage. But look guys, do you see how clean this wash mitt is? And this wash mitt, I haven't rinsed it, I haven't anything, and I did the whole one half of this car, front to back bumper, everything, guys. There is no, all the grime with the ceramic coating pretty much goes away with just the initial power wash rinse. And you can see here, guys, look at that rinse water. It is as clean as you're ever gonna see a rinse water on a car. And the soap water is, see, now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it here, and then the soap water, I mean, it's soapy right now, but it is super clear. I mean, it's just pure soap. So if you guys are on the fence about ceramic coating, definitely recommend you guys do it. And the easiest one to use that is user friendly, you don't have to go to a professional to do, is the Adams spray ceramic coating, which is what I used on this thing. Definitely recommend it, guys. It doesn't last as long as some of the other ones, but you can just reapply it yourself every 3 or 4 months. All right, so the Mustang is now washed, it is clean, and so now I think we're ready to go ahead and do the hood and the side fender stripes. Now I do want to, as you can see, there's a little bit of dripping water, so I want to make sure I clean all that off. We don't want any of that. But let's get on and do the hood first, because I feel like that's going to be the easiest. The side stripes might be a little more difficult since it's much longer piece. So for the hood, guys, we went with this, and this is from American Muscle matte black Mach 1 hood. They had the most, I guess, the better of the reviews. They had the better of the reviews, and you can see here, sorry guys, it's a little, all right, so you can see here the way that it works, and it's got that little pinstripe on the side, so it's not just one solid piece. And then It comes in a good packaging. It's rolled up. It's 3M with the 3M pre-masking, and of course in a roller. So got the American Muscle Graphics squeegee, which we're gonna use to kind of get everything and all the bubbles out. And it's 2 pieces you can see, so all comes together. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to cut this piece out. I'm not sure, but I believe I'll have to kind of use the scissors to cut these 2 pieces and make it 2 separate pieces, because it is in 1 piece, and of course they go separately. So let's go ahead and we'll cut that, and then we'll get to measuring, and hopefully we can line it up perfectly on our hood. Alright guys, so here we go. So I've got my ruler here, and the way that I did it is I started from the top, and I tried to line up this inner line with this outline right there on both ends. And it's as best as I think I can get it, and then I use my ruler to kind of measure from the end, from the beginning of this vinyl to this lip edge on both ends, just to kind of make sure that it was straight down the middle. And as you can see, I still have this protective film, so I started wrapping it in. Now what I'm going to do is with the squeegee just kind of work my way, and as I'm working my way down, pull on the bottom backing so that we don't get any debris, and it makes it very easy to not get any bubbles and things of that nature. And we're going to do that all the way down, pulling on this, as you can see there, and just running this down all evenly across until we get to the bottom. And hopefully when it's all said and done, it should be pretty centered, and it looks pretty good to me there. So gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll work on the top side. Alright guys, so there you go. You have it, you see it. Now it's starting to really look. Now it's not completely smooth as you see there, but that's because this hood has a lot of rock chips and stuff like that. So we're not gonna be able to get that 100%, but that's okay. It'll still look very nice, and it feels really nice to touch. So now, to help make sure everything gets smoothly, when you're pulling back, guys, don't pull up on this. Try pulling like as flat, like you see here how I'm basically going at a 90, pulling out this way. That is going to ensure that this doesn't lift up or anything like that. So just make sure you kind of just keep sliding it back this way all the way through, and that is going to help you guys get better finish and not have the vinyl lifting up as you're trying to pull off this pre-masking tape. Okay guys, so I've got this back one on, and this was a lot more difficult because it's got a small piece, so it's hard to do what we did over here, where you can kind of unfold one and kind of line it up. It was very difficult, but luckily this stuff is really easy to work with. As long as you don't really press down, it won't tack in. And as you can see, it just a tiny bit off here, but this side was pretty good, and then it kind of, for some reason, I don't know if it's just the way that this vinyl's cut or what, but I could not get it to angle out just right. But overall, it's very, very little. You can't even tell, and man, that looks so much better. Now just got to kind of give it that little darkened cream, the tire dressing, vinyl dressing for the scoop to get it darker and really kind of make this stand out. But already it looks so much better, guys. Can't wait to get the side skirts on now. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. I think it looks great. We actually went with the LMR lower rocker stripe, and as you can see here, it says Mach 1 on it. This is the matte black, I believe, or it should be the matte black. And as you can see, it's one whole piece. So, and obviously they're specific to each side, since the Mach 1 lettering is on one side. So we got to make sure we put the right side on. Gonna have to put it all as one piece, and then use like a little single blade or something to make the cut in between for the door. So let's get started. I'm a little worried about this one in terms of trying to get it to line up all the way across. You could, if you're off by just a little bit where you first line it up, it'll pretty much it'll end up higher or lower on the other end. So it's going to be very difficult to work with. Hopefully we can get it just right and get this car its final touches. Alright guys, so check it out. I went ahead and used the painter's tape idea. And the LMR, by the way, does give you quite a bit more than what you really need. So as you guys can see here, I've kind of, what I did was I had it follow this top little edge here all the way across and up into this backside, and that should be just enough and perfect. I mean, obviously it looks really good from here. The Mach 1 is nice and into the door. I believe I'm gonna look online and see just how far that Mach 1 badge is supposed to be, because we do have a lot of excess, so we can kind of shift this back and forth whichever way we need to. But my goal is to do that and then just flip it up, remove this back, and start sticking it onto the backside, guys. Hopefully that the tape holds and we won't have any issues. Alright guys, you have to pretty much pay close attention to even notice this stripe. I loved how it came out, and doing just the masking tape without any of that solution stuff worked really well. There are bubbles here, but I'm hoping that with the heat and the sun, that'll kind of, these bubbles will go away ideally. So we're gonna kind of leave that there, but you can barely tell here the Mach 1. I love how it pretty much just reflects off of the paint behind it, where it says Mach 1, and it looks perfect. It lined up really well. Like I said, you have to really pay attention to even notice it, but man, whew, loved how it came out. And I did move the Mach 1 logo up some, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, and I did cut some excess off the front and the back. But overall, guys, I loved how it came out. And I guess maybe because it is that, you know, matte black, even the little bubbles and stuff, you can not even tell. So I love it, and really love the subtle Mach 1 thing in the front. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna do the other side and then show. There we have it, guys. It is installed. Try to line it up as best as I could, and needless to say, I didn't follow the instructions of getting that wetting solution and all that, and I'm assuming that is why I've got some of these bubbles here. But I'm hoping with the sun and stuff, like all these are kind of like sink in or suck themselves in. But because the car is black and you got a matte black, I mean, from the outside, far away, you need to be right up on there to even see the bubbles, guys. So I'm really happy with how it turned out and how it came out. I mean, overall, just awesome. A lot harder to work with, I'm assuming, just because it's a longer piece. But we've got now the Mach 1 badge stripes. We got the hood stripe. I mean, it is good to go. Now it's time for the last little bonus thing, and that is, of course, changing out these gloss chrome ponies to some new gloss black ones. So let me go get those and show you guys what they look like. Alright guys, so here they are. These are the gloss black ponies with brand new paint, as you guys can see. Here's a better picture of it. I think that's gonna look really good. What do you guys think? I think that's gonna look awesome, and also make it look that much more newer with the fresher colors on the backside. So let's go ahead and remove these and stick these on. These have the double-sided tape similar to how these are, and hopefully it'll give it just that little extra standout to make it look very nice. Okay guys, check it out. So now we've got our gloss black pony badge with the super bright red, white, and blue. And now that kind of blends in. Now the red and the blue and the white really pop, really stand out. But man, I'm so excited how this turned out. We've got our Mach 1 side stripes in matte black. We've got the matte black hood stripe for the way these Mach 1s came. And then of course we've got it over here on this side. And now the car is done, guys. Now it's finished. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? This came out perfect, very easy to use. The side stripes are actually a little bit more difficult, but some painter's tape to align and just a lot of patience can get it done. The hood stripe was super easy. Definitely recommend the American Muscle hood stripe. Very easy to work with. Side stripes were a little bit more difficult, but LMR is the only one that has the side stripes with the Mach 1 wording on it. So definitely recommend that if you have a Mach 1 and you're trying to restore it. The super gloss black pony badges, personally, actually, I'm not sure now. I like that they blend in, but the brightness of the red, white, and the blue don't really go with the rest of this car. The other ones were more faded, but other than that, I'm gonna rock those guys. I mean, it blends in, gives it a nice overall look. But man, I love this car. I love the Mach 1, the way it looks, its aggressive looks, everything. And the stripes were the final thing, guys. Now when you're driving down and I'm driving up right behind you, you know what this is. You definitely spot it, and the hood stripe makes so much of a difference. Really love the way this came out. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.